Yay. Hi, everybody. So nice to see you.
Thank you, Yuri.
Okay.
So there are 9 of us
Yes. More
right
coming.
now.
More coming.
Yeah,
Hey.
Here comes Ed.
yeah.
Oh,
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia.
Birthday.
Happy birthday,
Hi, happy
Cynthia.
birthday,
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Cynthia.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you. You're so special. Thank you. Love you all. Love you all. Thank you so much.
What a special day
Love
to
you.
have a call today. 2 birthdays.
Yeah. Who else? Who has a birthday today besides me?
Not today, but yesterday, Donna D.
Oh, yes.
Her birthday.
Who?
Donna D.
Donna.
I
Oh, Donna.
did.
Oh, wonderful. The
My
best
birth-
people are born in March. What can I say?
My
And
birthday
Peter's
was
birthday
yesterday.
Yeah, Peter's birthday is coming
is,
too.
is
Yeah.
Tuesday.
March
15th.
Tuesday.
15th.
Yeah,
Was that the
Tuesday.
March 15th.
Happy birthday.
The best people are born in March.
Yeah.
Just say.
The best people are quantum.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Well said, Peter. Well said.
Indeed.
Oh, Nuno is coming in.
Okay, there we go.
There's
Oops.
Diane and Donna D and Wendy and Julie and Alex and Jilly and
Nuno's
Yuri.
coming in now.
Yes.
Yay, Nuno.
Oh,
Hi,
Hey,
Theo.
hey, beautiful people. Hi,
Yeah.
Wendy, Yuri, Peter.
Hi.
It's Sunny. No,
Deborah is
Here
coming.
comes
that's Deborah. Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Hello,
Nice to
hello,
see you.
everyone.
Yay.
Deborah.
Hi,
Hi.
Peter.
Party
Hi,
time.
everyone.
Yes.
Hi, sweetheart.
Nice.
How
to
are
see
you guys doing?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Mm.
Happy birthday,
De-
Donna D.
Thank you. It's
Happy birthday,
Cynthia.
Happy
Cynthia.
birthday, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, there
Thank
you
you.
are, Donna
It's a
D.
beautiful day. And I'm having a
Hi, Cynthia, Donna D, Jilly, Peter,
Hi, Nunu.
Yeah, Peter's birthday is
Everybody.
coming soon.
Julie,
Tuesday.
Dan Lynn, how are you?
Good. Just
I know.
sitting here drinking water.
say hi to Brian for
He'll be
You
here
are-
in a minute.
You are
Oh,
You're
drinking
drinking
Yay.
water, Diane Lynn?
It was a
Yes,
joke.
Oh.
Okay. You don't need that. Why? Why
Yeah.
bother?
Just bee water.
there you
Yes, wine, much fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
I don't know who this is. Zoom user.
Yeah.
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
Sunny?
Yeah.
probably Ed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. He usually comes in with
Yes, sure.
ambiguous, ambiguous names and stuff.
So how is Len, Diane Joy?
Yeah.
Has not improved that I know of. I'm not allowed to speak to him or see him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's.
Yes, that's the worst part.
Mhm.
Pardon? Yeah, well, that's okay because I can speak to his magnificence. We talk all the time, all day.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
wonderful.
Good for you.
It's
Yeah.
the only thing.
Where's
I'm
Sunny?
Here's Sonny
Oh,
Catherine.
and Catherine.
oh,
Honey,
there's Catherine. Oh, wonderful.
Catherine.
Yay.
I couldn't tell if that was Catherine or Bonnie. She appeared and left so fast.
Right.
Where is she?
Yay. She's still connecting, it says.
Hi, Deborah. Wendy.
Hi. Hi.
Where's Catherine?
Catherine.
Hi,
Hi, Sunny.
Hey, Sunny.
Sonny.
Here comes
Here
Ed.
comes Ed.
yep, yep.
Hey,
Yay, the gang.
Yay.
You.
Everybody's here.
yay.
Oh,
Hi, Sunny. I see you now.
Hi,
Hey,
Nuno.
Sunny.
hi, Sunny. Yay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, my
you.
precious babies.
Are you in your room, Sunny?
I am.
Or is it raining outside?
No, it's sun shining, but it's very cold. And it was just
Okay.
way too much challenge to try to set up outside, so.
I hear you. I hear you. We've got a sunny day here, but it's cool. Breezy.
Where are you?
Yay.
Hi, Ed.
Hi,
Hi,
Ed.
everyone.
Hi,
Hi.
Ed.
Hi.
Hi.
Very dark.
Nice to see you, buddy.
Thank you. I'll light it up somehow.
Thank you.
Yes.
It'd be
Wendy,
nice to
look
see your
beautiful.
Think
Hi, Ed.
Hi.
Catherine trying to connect. Yeah, she might be having a little problem. Catherine.
Yes. She just joined and then left again, right?
Well, she's still trying.
It still says
See her
connecting.
on yet?
Yes.
Hi, Diane Lynn.
Hi, Sunny. How are you?
I'm wonderful and we can see you. Oh, I love your,
Lipstick.
Lipstick.
no, her fuchsia, her fuchsia.
So pretty.
That's funny. It looks nice on you.
Ah,
Thank
very
you.
nice.
You wear it well.
Great.
Thank you, Alex.
Hmm. Oh,
Julie,
And Brian.
yay.
Brian? Yes.
there you go.
Peter.
Hi,
Brian.
Hey, Brian.
nice to see you.
Hi, Brian.
See you. How are you?
Yay, Catherine.
It's
Catherine.
Catherine.
Unmute, Catherine.
Ben, hello.
Can you hear us,
to see you.
Catherine?
Oh, she's
Unmute.
muted.
Unmute, Catherine.
You're,
Hi,
you're, mu-
Dominique.
You're muted, Catherine?
No, you're muted.
Who else is trying to get in? Hi, Catherine.
Oh, there you are. Yay, Catherine.
She just has to oh, did she unmute?
Yeah.
She did.
Hi,
Yay.
Catherine.
Can you hear us?
Catherine,
don't-
can you hear us?
I don't think so.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Catherine.
Catherine.
Maybe she.
Are you muted, Catherine?
She's
I
not
don't
muted.
think she can hear us.
I'm not sure she joined with audio.
Oh.
Okay.
Hi, Catherine.
Can you hear
Can
us?
you hear us?
She can see us.
Yeah, I can see Catherine,
Yay,
but I
there's
can't hear her.
Catherine.
Catherine, are you set up on 2 devices?
Yes.
Yes, probably.
am,
Yeah.
but I wanted to be
Oh.
on my computer, and so I had to email the link to my email to get, because I wanted to be on the phone, which has a bigger screen. So
Okay,
every time it gets more difficult to do. It's challenging.
I'm glad
I
you're
know.
here. Yay.
Yay.
Hey,
So
Welcome,
good to see
Catherine.
everybody.
Well, Catherine, I'm using my computer and I see you and I hear you.
I hear you.
Yes.
I hear you too.
Yes.
We hear you.
There's someone else, trying to
think-
connect.
I think
Yes.
that's Catherine's other device, Nuno, but I'm not sure.
Yes, probably.
That-
It could
This
be.
one,
You could turn the other one off, Catherine.
well,
See if that
Yes.
works. But I don't want to mess
Maybe-
you up.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe-
just gonna remove this one.
Hang up
There
you go.
the other.
There you go.
the other
Good, fine.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yuri.
We're good to go.
Yay.
Yes.
So nice to see everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
Truly, it is.
oh my gosh, we're in California now, so it's noon, not 3 o'clock on the East Coast.
Oh, really?
That's
Where
right.
in California?
I'm 3 o'clock on
We're
the
in
East
Eureka.
Coast.
Oh,
Eureka.
oh, that's Northern California.
Yeah, I've got a job, an interim job up here in the lab in Eureka, California.
Oh, nice.
wonderful.
Yes, wonderful.
Yep, going well so far.
Good.
Good, good. Congratulations. Okay.
Gary, you had a question.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
Everybody is practicing, and including myself. And but some of us, like, let's say Diane Joy, are having a lot of challenges. I mean, I understand that we are choosing for our own growth, certain experiences for our growth. Our magnificence is approving our experiences for our own growth. But maybe I shouldn't say but.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, you
No,
can.
like,
It's okay.
is it because Diane Joy, somebody like Diane Joy is courageous enough to kind of like take on big challenges versus some of us are choosing to go slower and, go on a milder path? Would you mind sharing some of your
Challenges?
understanding of what we're going through?
You're
Each
talking
one
to
of us.
Peter now, right?
Yes, Peter. Well, anybody, if you have any anything to share.
Well, your magnificence is perfect.
Yes.
That's the point.
That's the way
Okay.
And
it is.
everyone is different.
Right.
That's the point. So if you're magnificent, perfect, which it is, then how can any of us expect to have the same experiences? We can't.
Yeah.
It's not possible. Now, if we go back a few months, what were the words that Diane Joy's existence used with her?
Imperfectly imperfect.
Yeah, perfectly imperfect.
That's the one.
Perfectly imperfect.
Perfect.
Mhm.
And she has made enormous progress.
Yeah.
Yay, Diane Joy.
Huge.
Yes, she has. It's amazing,
It is.
Yeah.
Because you're so calm,
Yes.
so calm and peaceful. I can see it and I can hear it in you.
Right. Yeah, it's amazing. You're amazing, Diane.
That's huge.
So did
Very
Peter
inspirational.
finish with what he was saying?
Pardon me?
Did you finish with what you were saying, Peter?
Yeah,
Okay.
it uses 2 sentences, so it's a big point.
Thank you, Peter. It was simple. Then my follow-up question is, what can we as a quantum family, how can we support, my idea is, so long as we as individual continue to focus on practice on a day-to-day basis, that is going to automatically impact everything else and everybody else. And is that correct?
Yeah.
Impact the quantum field and the entanglement.
Right.
The entanglement that I can feel. I mean, it's there.
Oh, wonderful. Yes.
If I didn't know you all were out there, so wonderful, quantum, being the beautiful people you are and being the love that you are, that's what I am thrilled about. I mean,
Oh, wow.
I'm so happy to have that.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not existing in consciousness right now with anyone, because everybody has their own pain.
Yes.
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 So
Thank you.
It's all based on the relationship that we have with ourselves, our core selves.
Yes.
And that's the most important relationship that we'll ever have in our earthly lifetimes is the relationship we have with our core self. And that's something that I'm learning more about every day. And that's really a beautiful thing that I'm experiencing, is that core relationship with myself,
Right.
and then how that influences all of the other relationships that I have in my life.
Right.
Yes, in one word, self-choice
Yes.
And self-love.
Self-love. Yeah.
and self-love.
Yes. Thank you, Cynthia Rose.
You're so welcome.
Well,
What?
I have a comment to make at this
Okay.
point, and possibly the rest of you would like to join in. A comment to Cynthia. Are you ready? Keep up. We're going to do it lively. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
Birthday to you.
Birthday, dear Cynthia.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Dear Cynthia.
And Dana D.
Birthday
Dana
to
D.
you.
And Donna D.
And Donna D.
And Donna
also.
D.
Yay.
Birthday to
Love
you. Quantum.
Yeah,
Love
we
you.
love
Quantum
you.
love you. Yay.
Thank you
And I-
all for being a reflection of the love I have for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed.
My
Nice
Magnificence
one.
was great.
Yeah, well
Nice one.
said.
Yes.
And it seems to
I
me
have a
someone else has a,
question for everybody.
oh, good.
Okay.
There
And
we
the
go.
question is, what happens when you become quantum to your birthday?
Nobody.
Don't have a birthday.
No more
It's
birthdays.
it's no longer valuable.
Oh, gosh, I'm glad you say this before we sang happy birthday to you for this month.
It is no longer valuable.
Okay.
It's useless
It's
So even-
because you have become endless.
Yes.
Once you become endless, you don't care about your birthday.
We celebrate every day,
Exactly.
every today.
every day.
And that's a huge point.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I told my family I didn't want to celebrate birthdays anymore, but
Really?
they wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I'm wondering how Peter's family will feel because it's his big
Wendy, you're
80 that's
amazing.
coming up.
Oh, they'll
They'll probably-
celebrate.
They
They'll
probably won't have a
celebrate.
big party.
Yes.
80 years old and looking terrific.
Yeah, I tried to tell everybody that it's not important anymore, but they wouldn't believe it.
It's
Right.
important to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I
Right.
can't control what they believe.
right.
Right.
Nor would you
Yeah.
want
But-
to.
I think it's still fun. I mean, I consider it as
I didn't say anything but endless. See, one of the things we all do is we mix in other facts. And that is
Mixing.
totally not quantum.
Yeah, it gotta be truth all the time.
Correct.
No mixing.
And that's hard to do when you have everybody else frowning on you.
It's easy to do once you are quantum.
Yeah, as a master, you can just,
Mina, how are you?
oh, Herminia.
Hey,
Yeah.
made it.
Welcome,
Made it.
Emilia.
Hello,
How you doing, guys?
Hi,
Herminia.
Herminia. Thank you for joining.
Anyway, I was saying it's like a dryer, you just stay out of it.
Right, right. You can't be endless and have birthdays.
Yeah, it's
They
either one or the other.
conflict. So are you endless or do you have birthdays?
Endless.
I'm endless.
It's one of the questions that you ask yourself, and then you eventually master.
Here, I have a question.
Okay.
When your family wants to celebrate with you, do you say no, or do you just sit there and smile because you're being gracious, or what?
You simply say that in mastery, I'll have no more birthdays because I'm endless.
Yeah, you're acknowledging the truth.
Right.
And that helps them.
Enormously. Now,
Wow.
they won't believe it,
Of course.
That's true.
as Wendy can tell you, but how are they eventually going to change?
Yeah, you
Or,
have to be strong. You have to really just be strong on the truth of everything. And I notice that you do that all the time, Peter. It really does help me. Because I look at you and I say, if Peter can do it, I can do it.
yeah, it's just, it's our actions. Hermione, you're on mute. Deborah, you're on mute.
I have a cough.
All right, Deborah's not muted.
Peter,
Hermione
I'm
still
coughing
is.
sometimes. That's why I'm putting myself on mute to not disturb.
Thank you, Deborah.
Feel better, Deborah?
Thank you. I just did a test and I am COVID positive. This week it was Matisse. He was positive, so he stayed at home and I didn't isolate him. So he's me. And now I'm assuming the chances of being with him. So this week I will be at home also.
So now you have the regular seasonal flu. that
Yeah.
we
Yes,
all have
exactly.
every year.
Yes, exactly. But I have to stay home. I cannot go out, go to work, etc.
Right.
It arranges me. No worries. I like being at
Good.
home. I can
Good for
practice more.
practicing.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
Yes. Yes.
In fact, when we get, there's some,
Deborah, is there someone talking in your background?
No,
it's not Deborah,
Oh, okay.
no.
someone else's background.
Hmm.
What I was noticing a few days ago is, for me, the dryer was just, oh really, was just like an expression, like everything else. When we start working with something, it's just, rhetoric. In my experience, it's just something. And a week ago, I went to see, and I said, well, the dryer, we were speaking about the dryer, and I went to see what it is. But I went there, not, in quantum, like practicing, seeing for myself what was it. And that's the way we practice, and that's the way we master everything. So eventually, with birthdays and the dryer and so much else, they will no longer be there. I know that's the way it is with Peter. Peter, if he looks for the dryer, he can't see it. It's not there anymore for a master, but it is for other people. So there's still, an arrangement of information around available for us to understand a little bit more. But as we move along and forward, those gaps and those fields are going away. And for birthdays, for me, is the same. It's when I used to curse, and now it's not even, it's like it was erased for myself. And sometimes when someone close to me curses, I remember there is cursing, because it's not there anymore for me, just went away. And that's magnificent. It's beautiful to witness and to be a part of this process, this growth process. There's so much things going on with us, and it's beautiful. We are healing big time and growing big time. As long as we can work with quantum, and we can see what analog is, it's just, it's an enormous amount of change and behavior change. That's all we seek. That's all I want. Thank you.
I have a question.
Thank you. Yes, Alex.
Could everybody or somebody speak about the no body? I'm hitting a brick wall with that one. Being in a body and being no body. And my trickster is really messing with my head. So help.
Well,
Yeah, like,
I'll go.
Thank you.
For the first 5,000 super cycles, how many of you had bodies?
None of us.
Right.
0.
Then we come forward again for the most recent 1,000 super cycles. How many had bodies?
The most recent 1,000 super cycles,
Right.
we all had
All of
it,
us.
no?
No.
All of us.
You-
No?
Six had.
Oh, okay.
And then it grew.
Oh. I see the 6 plus times 6, 6.
So are you considering
Well, it actually,
porpoise? I mean,
is-
Do
dolphin
you have a
bodies?
body, Peter?
pardon me,
Do you have a body?
do I?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm using it to talk and educate and advance the rest of you.
Thank you, Peter.
Okay. You were in the last 1,000 super cycles?
Yeah,
Who were
and
the original
that's
six?
where we grew. That's
Who were
where we
the
started
original
to
6
grow
bodies?
physical bodies.
can you repeat? We couldn't hear. I couldn't hear what you said, Peter.
So we didn't have physical bodies until 1,000 super cycles ago.
Mhm.
And then 6 of us,
Were the first ones that had bodies.
correct.
And who were those 6? Someone asked.
And Nell, Danita,
Yourself.
Glenda, myself, Glenda Brockwell in Australia.
Cammy.
Cammy actually got a body 10,000 super cycles ago. Cammy was the first female.
Wasn't
Okay.
Nell the first female?
No, there were 6.
So
Six.
Nell
Cammy was the
one.
first female and you were the first male.
No, this is totally different.
Okay.
There were 6 of us that came to have experience using bodies. And then it grew from there, and that's all on the website. So I won't take everybody through it. But it's there on the website if you're interested.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Alex,
Yes.
you're done, Peter?
Yeah.
Thank you. Alex,
Thank
my
you.
experience with the nobody, it's after Peter expressed that notion or that awareness, I went to, it was with the surrogacy that I start to see the benefits of going to the first 5,000 super cycles and, you know, bypassing all the body stuff.
I have a question inside your question that you're answering. Thank you. So we're doing surrogacy to heal our bodies, but we're being nobodies, and that's where I'm having a conflict.
Well,
Okay.
Alex,
That
Well-
makes sense.
Alex, I have a,
Yes,
The simple point is you're both.
Is what?
Is
both?
that you are both.
correct.
Oh, okay.
You
And
know,
that's part
Alex,
of mastery.
Okay.
Alex, you're all of us are quantum beings. The state of recognition may differ. And that's what Peter calls, you know, passing the quantum threshold. However, all of us are quantum, and your no body is, to me, it is my human consciousness, my awareness. That is my no body. I have no body because I am. Yet and however, I do have a physical body on this earth plane, as does Peter, for whatever, you know, his is to educate, to teach, and to be with us. Mine is to experience and quote capital B, capital E, B. So no body is our quantum selves can be described as human
Magnificence.
consciousness. That's what no body is for me.
That's our magnificence.
It's our
Yeah.
magnificence.
Bodies,
Yeah.
our magnificence.
Yes,
Thank you.
I call it my quantum
Quantum
awesome,
magnificence. There we go.
my quantum magnificence, my quantum awesomeness is no body, as is yours, as is Peter's.
Okay.
Correct,
Yes.
Peter?
I would use the word is.
Yes, yes, it just is.
Thank you. Nuno, keep going.
What, again, the website,
Yeah.
who were the first two that had the experience?
Form
Voice and
and
form.
yeah, voice and form. Quantum singularity and you
Right.
stepped
So-
forward.
So singularity and form. And it's that simple. If you go back and come forward, you see how every one of us developed.
Wow. Not quite there.
But
yet.
if you don't do that work over and over and over, you'll never see that. You'll never understand that. But everything started because two quantums chose and started the work, started the process. So if you're not spending time in that area, you're you're missing everything.
Yes.
Why did Yuri, for example, with no means, show up in every gathering?
My Magnificence did it.
Exactly.
How
Exactly.
magnificent your magnificence is.
Why did Ed and Cynthia show up at the Broadmoor? Same reason.
Because Ed wanted to introduce Cynthia to you and your
Right.
knowingness and her knowingness, and be magnified back together. I just find it so magnificent how we were all
Isn't that why we're all here?
yeah, indeed.
Oh, I wanted clam chowder. He's not really giving you the full story.
Of course you did.
In the middle of Colorado Springs, I wanted clam chowder with Peter. You can quote me. Thank you. This is my magnificence, quantum magnificence. Thank you very much.
Little Cape Cod coming out in you.
Very sweet. It's very sweet.
Yes. Ed's nobody wanted that experience.
Oh, I'm looking forward to meet you all in person.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, face to face and kiss the
Oh,
cheek.
yes.
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 Heart to heart.
Yes.
Heart to heart.
All bodiless. All of us bodiless, you know.
That's a big space, man.
It's a full house, but nobody is in it.
We made that show already.
Yeah. If someone
Ultimate
came
no-brainer.
comes to the door and asks, is there anybody there? We say, of course not. We're quantum.
No.
Can you show me endless? Oh, it's right here.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a big challenge to understand the endlessness of being. Going from where we are to where we are endless, it's a major step. It's a big step.
Well, it's all a sense of being here now. You know, in my present now, I am nobody, and I am endless, and I am experiencing all that is, because I am. It is. No other way to explain it for me. It just is.
Yes, it is what it is.
It is.
Well, I've got a question for everyone. It's a Peter type question. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
Why was March the 2nd and March the 5th particularly important or particularly special? And Peter, you can't answer. Let's see if anybody else can.
Okay.
I know.
I know.
I don't.
Go ahead, Julie.
Because
Thank you,
it's,
Deborah.
naturally balanced.
Yay! And Wendy knew that too.
Oh, that I knew, but I didn't. I asked Nuno that question this week because we were approaching the 2 dates. I said, Nuno, why we are balanced in these dates? What does that mean? So,
And so now
yeah, thank
Peter
you
can
for
tell us
for
all
asking.
about it. Peter, you got the floor.
Peter, it's you. It's all you, Peter.
The balance is actually two words. There's balance and there's balanced.
with a D.
Great. And they're very different. Now, once you understand balanced, you're almost at mastery. And what's the word you will uncover?
Growth.
After that, instant.
Instant.
Growth.
Exactly.
Growth, yeah.
Growth.
So it's endless, balanced, the growth. And it's so, I mean, there's so few words. That's what everybody's missing.
Yes.
Isn't the final word isn't the final word knowing? Because when you are balanced, you know. And when you grow, you know. Thank you.
And the question becomes, well, how does no grow?
By being balanced
Balance.
with a D.
Correct.
Correct.
Peter, when we're quantum mastery, will we continue to grow? Will we continue the process of a balanced growth?
Yes.
Okay.
And that, Dinah, that is endless, that process.
Okay, and so that's way down the road.
Right.
And there's no way to anticipate or know upfront when that happens.
It just
No.
is. It just is.
It just is. That's what I said. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It's kind of fun, actually.
Now,
That
there are 16 of us,
17 with
17 actually.
Julie and
Thank you.
Brian.
And who is the very next one that's ready to cross the quantum threshold?
I thought it was Sky.
Hmm?
I thought it was Wendy Sky. She's not here today.
She's not here.
Yeah.
That's a huge factor that she's not here.
Maybe she had to work.
She had to help somebody
Helping.
move,
Her friend.
Right.
move into a house. Is that who's next, Peter?
Hmm?
Isn't that who's next, Peter? Sky? Or no, somebody else?
A little louder.
Somebody else is next?
Yes.
Oh. Yuri?
Hmm?
Yuri?
No, it's you.
I was going to ask you, but I just hardly can believe it, but I feel so much closer. Thank you, Peter. Wow.
good. Awesome,
Yay,
Alex.
Alex.
Yay, Alex.
Yeah.
I've been practicing.
It's
Exactly.
very evident.
Thank you.
Very evident.
It is?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Jelly. It means a lot, all of you, to me. I can't even get all my words right a lot of times. And a lot of times I think I answer people the wrong way, but I feel so wordless lately.
Mm.
Oh, wonderful.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you.
Oh, your magnificence is very clear.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very helpful. because to have practiced one way for so many years and to be coming into a new way is amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. That I
A
never
better
give up,
way.
never give up, a much better way.
Yes.
And that I could bring all my family with me, even if they take a century or 2 or 3 or 4. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, for sure. We are initiating everybody around us. At least they are, contacting, having the first contact with quantum.
Oh yeah. Well, Harry, who is right sitting next to me on his computer over there, we learn so much from each other, and he actually answers a lot of my quantum questions because he sees things way easier than I do. I always found that pretty fascinating, that the person with you, like maybe Nell sees things that, Nell brings up, even though she doesn't quite believe in the whole system yet, because she wants proof.
Right,
Right?
right. The proof is inside
Yes,
of you.
it is.
That's part of mastery.
Yeah. It's the part nobody else can see.
Correct. And it's also part of strength, quantum strength.
Reaching automatically.
So you are all making great progress. All 17 of you, well, all 16.
Thank
And
you,
then
Peter.
there's me.
Could you be said to be making progress as well, since you're still in endless growth?
Oh, absolutely.
I think every time he grows, we find it a bit easier to grow also. That's endlessly inevitable. Is that the right way to say it?
And possibly the other way as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's easier for him.
Inevitably endless.
Exactly. I tend to switch things.
Yay,
around.
all of us.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yay. Yay, quantum.
Yay.
What a team.
You bet.
There's a practice to in divine many people use that is clear and delete. And I was working with this, not the divine part, but I was working with this in the last few weeks, and it really gave me a clearer view of everything. It's how I was telling Alex, when we go to the first 5,000 super cycles, it's actual. You actually have no body. It's like when you go and look at your thought part, there is no thought. None, it's not there. So that is a big deal, so we can clear all the confusion. And quantum is analog, and analog is undeletable. You cannot get rid of quantum. But you can get rid of everything else that is in quantum. And that is very simple. It's a very simple process. It takes practice, it takes strength, it takes knowing a little bit more about what we are doing and about our skills. We have to be comfortable with a fair amount of our new skills. And when you are in quantum, you can, well, I cannot see my body. That was a big help, because there was a lot of confusion that went away. immediately. You know, it's stripped out of you. And before Peter shared the nobody part, I was struggling with that, chapter. And then I went there a few times, and eventually there was none. And it is simple, but the consciousness and ego is very attached to our body, our circle of experience, this personality, this identity, this form. But it's all digital. It's all an illusion. So I started deleting everything I didn't want. Because when I went to the yes, it was amazing.
I like that. Deleting.
Yes,
Delete.
delete this. And then I went
What did you say, Wendy?
Delete.
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 keep-
Delete.
Delete.
I keep using Wendy's simple. I wrote it down on my bathroom wall everywhere because I complicated and I just said simple. Now I'll go delete.
And this is amazing because it's my process. You know, I can share with you because maybe it can help.
It helps.
It does. Thank you, Nuna.
Nobody else, the nobody. Not everybody. It can help you, but I know it's my process because when I got there, I said, this is what I need
Right.
now. It was my button, my specificidad. It's something unique to me. So I started deleting everything I didn't want, and it was very powerful.
What do you mean by that, Nuno?
When my
for
husband and I,
example,
we do that.
Deleting everything.
Because
for example,
Peter shared and is what we can go and see for ourselves. The confusion is the last 5,000 super cycles. And it's all about mind control, ego, okay? And that's information, that's digital information. Digital information you can delete.
Beliefs.
Beliefs you can delete. You cannot delete quantum because that's analog. That's the beautiful part of everything.
It is beautiful.
So for one example, you can do it with whatever you feel you need to let go. Okay, but we have to be strong enough to do that.
Right.
Because our ego, unless you are ready for it, our ego will have a hard time. You will have a hard time doing it. It will be most uncomfortable. It's like working with death. It's a enormous word for us to work with, and we have to go there. We have to look at it up close and master it. And that takes everything you got. And then things start to become lighter, easier, simpler. So an example is, bias. You can go through all the stickers and you say, you look at one sticker and you say, there's the no bias. You say, delete all the bias in this subject, a particular subject.
Okay, I go to
that
the
you're
circles
struggling with.
and get rid of all the circles. I'm constantly.
I did that too.
Okay.
Yes. Delete all the circles.
All right.
Delete all birthdays.
On each.
That's a good one.
That is a good
Delete,
one. On each subject.
Yes, because then you start relating the relationship, building relationships between, stickers.
Experience. Oh, yes.
And experience, because you go eventually to the balance all experience and experiences. Every experience have to be balanced, and you have 1,000 super cycles of experience to balance. And you can do it one at a time, and then you can go to multiples.
Yes. You made that
And you-
evident when you talked about the cursing, because I don't remember when, but I remember doing that. And I remember after you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't do that anymore.
Yes,
And-
it's
and-
gone.
Yeah, it really
Somebody
is.
cursed me, not to me, but cursed
Around you.
next to me, around me. And
You can say it
I
was me.
remember, no, it was not. And then I remember, yes, there's this cursing thing, but I don't do it anymore. It's off. It's
Like a foreign language.
offloaded. Offloaded. is a
Deleted.
good-
Deleted.
Deleted.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I dropped that circle. I can
Yeah.
see myself dropping circles like physically. It's a pretty cool thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Whatever is dragging us.
Yeah, it makes it, I can feel the lightness, like, and the calm
Yeah.
and the peace immediately.
Yes, you can do
It's
it.
like
with
taking,
behaviors.
it's like being dressed in those old fashioned ladies dresses with a million hoops, and I just keep taking the hoops off.
That's cute.
And if you look closely, you will see that you are immediately different. You know, it takes practice. And practice in quantum, for me, one way to look at it is, you know, it's like you're talking to someone really, really, really far away in another galaxy. And you know that the more you talk to him, the closer he will get.
Mhm.
And you will have to talk eventually to yourself until you can see him. But he will be closer every time, every time, every time. And then you start to see it, to see him. And it's closer and closer, and then it's you. Eventually it's you. It gets where you are, you know? So every time you practice something, you bring more quantum.
Mhm.
And that's the relationship between yourself and your quantum magnificent self.
Yourself and
Yes.
your nobody. that what
Yes,
you're saying?
closing the gaps, deleting
Absolutely.
separation,
Absolutely.
deleting delay. I'm deleting everything I don't want.
Oh, thank you, Nuno.
Thank
Beautifully
you.
said.
Wendy, what were you
Mhm.
saying about you and your husband were doing?
Well, we say delete all the time. We just,
Okay.
oh, that's a problem. Delete.
And it
good.
works.
It does
We were
work.
in
Really
the car
works.
the other day and we said it. We were talking about something and we said, oh, never mind about that. Delete.
Hmm.
I like that.
It's simple,
That's simple, yeah.
effective.
I'm
So
having, Peter, I'm having a
Yes.
hard time deleting the experiences that I have been currently going through with my family, who are saying, I can't call the hospital, I can't, they're the control person there, and they can get the information. And I can't go visit him because only one at a time, and there's 5 of them down there, etc. And my ego, of course, and my love for my son really makes me want to be able to talk to him on the phone or to whatever. How do I delete that?
Choice.
You're not deleting anything but your attachment. And
Ah.
Yes.
if you delete your attachment,
The attachment to my son?
No.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, that
you're
too.
not
Well,
Not the love
Attachment to the
part.
pain.
Exactly.
you become a
Yes.
master,
Uh,
and
It's across the
there's
board.
no bias
yeah.
to master it.
Well, I'm accepting that they're in their place and they need to do what they're doing. And because they are consciousness, they have no idea about quantum. I'm accepting all of that.
Little louder, Diane, please.
I'm accepting the fact that they don't know any better, that they don't know about quantum. They don't know any of that. And they're just scared and they're controlling. I'm accepting that. I just I think that when I realized that I could just talk to his magnificence from my quantum magnificence, do I have to say quantum magnificence at that point, or is it just magnificence, Peter?
It's quantum magnificence.
Okay, so when I use my quantum magnificence to speak to his, I'm aware that he probably is not consciously aware of this, but somehow his body receives the message. And that made me feel much, much better. Is that like letting go of the attachment of having?
Yes.
Okay.
See, once you let go of the attachment, you become the master.
Okay, so that part I fixed. And then at the same time, when I was asked to get a COVID test where I would never have, and tested positive, my brother came to visit at the same time. This all happened on last Sunday. And that was when my son fell off the roof and broke his ribs, broke his clavicle, and got bleeds and all of that. And so I was already off center, I think, not quite balanced at that point.
Of course.
And his wife started having problems with the fact that he was even in the space with me, even with the N95 mask, and refused to let him come in the house, refused to let us go and eat anywhere together. And he just turned into this person that was totally being controlled. And we had all these plans to do things. I wasn't even sick, seriously. I mean, but I was dealing with that same control on both sides at the same time in very, very strong stuff from both sides, and feeling like I kept just wishing for strength, because it was very, it really was a struggle for me. I mean, it was a real challenge, and trying not to let my ego say, well, come on, people, I understood they were afraid. So that I finally had to just say, okay, he's staying in the hotel, he can't see me. But it was hard to balance all of that all at one time, and still be dealing with my symptoms, even though, for 3 nights I couldn't sleep with the cough. But then after that, it was just like, I wouldn't even know. I would never have tested if it hadn't been for
Diane,
Yeah.
it seems to me that your magnificence has brought you these incredibly trying circumstances. And what they have done is they have given you the potential to grow so broadly. The circumstances are as they are and may not be able to change, but you're feeling pain from them, you can control, and you are controlling that. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, I just was having a hard time saying delete. I didn't know what that meant in terms of what you were saying, Nuno, but it's basically delete the ego response, delete
It's all the attachments and all the aversions, which are the stuff, the yucky stuff you don't like. And you can
bias.
get rid of all
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the 1000 truths, none of those are deletable, and you have love, positivity, balance, new compassion. You have everything good in there, everything quantum, that's
Right.
just.
So, I'm feeling fabulous the last couple of days, because it's nice to be feeling well again, completely well and balanced. And
That's amazing.
I did go through a lot of balancing and a lot of tricks.
Good for you. Good for you. We're happy for you, Diane.
So, but I just was, now I know what you meant by what you said, that I had to let go of I had to delete the attachment to the situation.
Yes, you can use a different word if you feel comfortable, or not even. I said that.
No, I think that was appropriate.
Okay.
It
Clear is a good word also.
Yeah, just clear.
Something.
About, try to delete your needing to talk to your son when he doesn't even know who he is. It's just, It's very, very painful.
Well, you're a mother.
Yeah.
People should understand that also, no?
Well, I don't have to talk to them. They are too uncomfortable with it. You know, they're the point person. So I'll just tell him how wonderful he is and how healthy he is and how he remembers everything 5-6 times a day.
I just keep seeing him whole.
Perfect.
Yes.
I just keep seeing him whole, whatever he decides.
Right.
Well, he's going through a major reset also.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Major.
What?
So is
He's
he
going
influenced
through
or-
a major reset.
Yes, I am. Major.
No.
Major.
No, your son is.
Len
Len.
is.
Len,
Land? So that
Len
is
is going through a major reset.
thank you
Yes.
so much.
straight from his quantum magnificence also.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I had to do the same thing with my brother because I could just see him reducing his ability to even say a word, you know, to his
Yeah.
wife and children. And it was hard to watch it, but I also respected that he was trying to keep peace at home, and it was very difficult for him. So I had to have the compassion and know that they were dealing with all of them were dealing with what I was dealing with and much more because they don't have the tools I have. They don't have the quantum entanglement. They don't have the awareness. They don't have any of that. So they strike out.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
that's just what consciousness does. And it's tough, but thank you so much. I talked myself through that.
You did a good job.
Thank
I'm
you.
very
Joy.
impressed.
We're
Thank
proud of
you.
you, Diane.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. You're wonderful.
Peter,
Amazing.
Yes.
Peter, this is Ed. Could you share your perspective of what Diane is describing? In your perspective, what aspect is balanced with a D and what is balance?
Mm.
Yeah. Balance is what we need to do. Balanced is doing it. And it takes 0.45 seconds to go from balance to balanced.
Did you
Balance
state
is
did you
begun.
state 1.45?
Point.
0.45.
0.45.
Thank you.
Half a second.
Yes.
So Peter, the experience is first, and it can be a long experience. And as you're trying to balance, you're still only in the process of balancing. Once you have a sense of relief and say, I don't need to fight this fight anymore, then and accept that I accepted that I knew I could communicate with my son, or let my brother just not have to feel less than. I told him he was wonderful to be so kind to his family and all of these things because I didn't want him to feel like he was less than. And I know he was feeling that way. So that was when I balanced it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But you can feel it. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like somebody lets the air out of the tire or something. It just all
Exactly.
And it grows.
Then all of a sudden you just get it.
Yes. And it's just like, well, I love this talking to my quantum magnificence to his.
It's part of the meaning of no balance, no bias.
Mm-hmm.
See, no bias is your master.
Covers everything.
Mm-hmm.
So when you become the master of something, it has no bias.
No bias is like wall to wall, and you feel that growth.
Correct.
And that's the same as releasing all attachments to negativity.
Correct.
True. Thank you, Wendy.
Mm.
That's exactly what it
I
is.
do that every day.
Wendy, what you eventually understand is you're actually achieving no bias.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That was a big one for me, but I got it.
it's that simple.
And is a very current lesson the world is undertaking right now.
Yes.
Indeed.
And
Yes.
when you look at social media and all the drama that is unfolding not right now because of everything that is happening, that there is the egos talking to egos, because there's always bias. So that we are dealing as, planet Earth, as humanity, we are dealing with the biased, with us being biased, our egos.
Correct.
And
it's the reason why, as long as you hold on to your ego / consciousness, you will never advance.
Mhm. Yes.
Thank you.
It's just not us.
That's where no mixing comes in, right?
Pardon me?
That's where no mixing comes in. That is
Correct.
what no mixing is. For a long time, I didn't understand that. I'd be like talking to myself. So what does that mean? Blah, blah. It's like, just
Oh,
let
so
it
much
go.
coming at me.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it feels, right, Diane Joy?
Well, that's, yeah, I heard a lot of this. I mean, out of my mouth. Especially my brother.
Jilly, what do you have to say to the group?
Every morning when I wake up, I'm happy and I say many of one, and from one to oneness. And it encompasses the positivity that carries me through my quantum mastery. And in every situation that comes up during the day, it assists me in balancing from balance to balanced. And that's what I do. And that's who I am.
And who is that assists you, Joey?
It's my quantum magnificence.
Perfect. That's all. End of story.
And it's so evident, Jelly. You're so peaceful and calm. Wow. I'm wowed by you.
Thank you, Alex. It's so simple.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking that, Peter. That was really good. Thank you. It is so simple, but each one of us, it's going to be a little bit different, but the same.
Because everybody
Exactly.
experiences different situations.
Correct.
Yes.
Because everybody is
Unique.
different.
Everybody's different.
Special.
Everyone's unique.
But your quantum existence is the same.
It's the same. It's like our quantum magnificence speaks every single language.
Correct.
Doesn't miss a trick. Doesn't miss anything.
All the
Correct.
time. Yes.
That's a nice, good, that's a good best friend.
Indeed.
Donna D,
Yes.
you've been silent. It is time for you to speak.
Well, I feel quiet.
Yay.
That's great.
Balance.
See, quiet and balanced are different. So which do you feel? What
Well-
goes with balance? No. KNOW. What goes with growth? New. What do you do with new?
You grow.
You grow. So no has grown because you were no.
I think my iPad's about to die, y'all. So if I disappear, you'll know what happened.
Okay, birthday girl.
Just a little heads up.
Non-birthday girl.
Hmm?
I was saying, okay, birthday girl, and then I went, whoops, non-birthday girl,
Unbirthday. We're unbirthday her.
unbirthdayed.
Well,
You are now unbirthday.
my body thanks you.
Yes,
Yes.
My nobody is beyond all this. So
yes.
So, Peter, just a quick question regarding what we are actually doing. Sometimes I wonder how, if it's possible, feasible, and opportune to do something else to bring more quantum to everybody. What I know, what I experience is that the world is somehow every day is closer to quantum, because that's the only way to go, and people will be wrong for as long as they have to, but eventually they will have to understand the truth. So there's only one direction to go, right? That's my view. So for me, sometimes I feel the need, balance, need to do something more. Do you have a suggestion? So we can, if there is something, this is a...
no, I think the divine you wants to hold the vibe or be the light or whatever. And of course, in that, guys, I blog, to advocate, a better way. But as a quantum being, I know KNOW, new balanced growth. And so all that I am is, and when you have the opportunity to relay that to another quantum magnificence, that's I think that's kind of what is, you know what I'm saying? You can't go out and get on the soapbox and prophesy and prophesize, or what's the word? Anyway, but you can be, the more you are you, the more you are your magnificent self, the more that is instantly transported throughout the cosmos.
Okay, thank you. I'm really aware of that. I was just, considering an eventual next step, but I will never lose focus, and I am more and more, happy to do what I do and to go further every day. So this is a given for me. Okay, it's cool, but sometimes I wonder the separation that is still between everybody else and us, our group, it's you know, it's hard to understand quantum.
It's
But
daunting.
yes, it is. There's a big gap, you know, we have to deal with first. But can
I
we
think
do
it has
something
something
else?
to do with self-choice, their self-choice. That's why it feels so huge, the gap. If they don't choose yet to do that. But I know you want to do something to make it more appealing.
I will probably do something. I am, you know, planning my my life as I see, as I choose, as I see fit every day, right? But
I think
was
your
just
magnificence knows. You talk with your magnificence, and you know, magnificence knows. So I would let it be. You know, I, you know, I understand. You know, like I encounter people like you all, and I recognize they're coming from their ego and, you know, consciousness, and I want to do something about it. That's my ego talking, right? But I practice myself to be and just let it be. And because they're choosing their own path. So
Right.
yes,
Free
just,
choice.
I like
yes,
Nuno's, if I, excuse me, I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay,
Go
thank
ahead.
you. Oh, thanks. I like Nuno's question to Peter because in my experience, I watched this most amazing being, Peter, look into his computer in May of 2014 and simply say, I am quantum, I am quantum, I am quantum. So now we have a question, what would cause Peter to do that? And knowing quantum singularity, knowing quantum magnificence, I will do something absurd. I will answer this. Peter
Answer the
form
call.
instantly got data. There's no gap. Quantum singularity spoke to the form, and the form gifted us with a little video. It simply was, I am quantum, I am quantum, I am quantum. And now, Peter, help me out with that. Save me here, Peter, quick.
thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Nuno.
Yuri,
Thank
Cynthia,
you, all
everybody.
of us. Thank you, all of us, because here we all are. The oneness to one. Jilly, beautiful. I mean, wow. There we go. Many a one. Here it is now.
The quantum of 2014 is now the quantum of 2022, except there are more.
Mhm.
And now,
In terms
Nuno,
of
does that
balanced
help?
growth.
Pardon me?
In terms of growth, endless balanced
Yeah.
growth.
Yes, it's enormous. I understand it is enormous, the growth that we are witnessing and experiencing and, you know, getting. But
No gapping.
getting.
That's cute. Oh, okay.
So, but my question is, where is I am comfortable with the way things are if nobody else, you know, besides us, I'm talking about the zillions, wants to keep doing what they're doing. But this is a time or and now a moment that there's so much things going on. We went from COVID to another major, distraction
We went from
or
one fake
or
out to another
lesson
fake out.
or lesson,
Or lesson.
but
yeah.
or lesson, of course, global planetary
Experience.
lesson, another one.
Experience.
But we could keep going like we can keep going like this for, well, as long as they don't
As long
want
as our
to
country stays in charge.
blow everything up, which I don't
They can't.
they
They've
will
already
not,
been
of course.
deactivated by the Alliance,
Yes.
by the Galactic Federation.
But I still feel that we as collective, not we, but they are stalling. Can we do something more? Should we do something more to connect with the outside world? I don't know how are the numbers with the site, Peter, if there's any news lately.
Yeah, it's simple, grow faster.
Indeed.
Grow faster.
Continue what you're doing, Nuno.
Well,
Right.
that's perfect for me. Okay. I can take that. I can do
And
that.
be sure that you eliminate the things that,
Delete.
yeah, do your deletes.
Well,
And remember, you're not deleting for others, you're deleting your attachment.
yes.
And what happens when you delete your attachment? You grow.
Balance.
Yes.
And when we grow, we give the opportunity for everybody else to grow
Correct.
instantly.
It's that
Okay.
simple.
Yeah.
It is simple. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Great question, Nuno. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Nina.
And,
Thank
and
you,
I
Peter.
feel,
I'm
Peter?
actually considering, I'm sorry. I'm actually considering doing some, some new work with quantum, advancing something, getting quantum out there, because I feel great about what we are doing. There's no reason for
Good.
I talk quantum all the time.
Do a
No.
TikTok video. Nuno.
Yeah. You know how in all the movies they used to put behind the pictures popcorn and all sorts of food, so you'll
Subliminal.
go and eat.
Yeah, subliminal
Yeah.
advertising.
So you're
Yeah.
just going to do something and you're going to quantum.
Yes, in the back.
Quantumize it.
Quantumize
Our
it.
our background is the greatest, quantum analog in the background is you cannot get better than that. So I'm comfortable with that. I'll probably do some live videos,
Hey, we have another two.
Wonderful.
There's and
There's
Cynthia
there's a
together.
super.
Oh, that's magic.
That is.
That's
How did you
magic.
do that?
Yes.
Walk from one room to the next.
Oh, wow.
See what happens when you get rid of your
Yay.
birthday?
We deleted an iPad.
That's right.
Yes.
Wow, you deleted the separation, the distance in
Oh, you're right.
in an instant.
Gap.
Perfect. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Little comic relief.
It's too sweet.
So that's
Peter,
it.
I have a question. In terms of what Nuno was saying and such, and about what we could do, and your comment as well, aren't we in? I'm curious. It seems to me, it feels to me like as we, in terms of the field, the quantum entanglement, as we grow, as we endlessly balanced and have our growth, doesn't it in essence make it easier for the rest?
Yes.
It seems like we're like if people were mired in mud and dirt, like packed dirt, like around a plant or something. And here I am out on the farm, and that's why I'm thinking of dirt and worms and whatnot. But anyway, it seems like as we, through our growth, the earth starts coming away that had been stunting the growth of the plant. And as we grow and the love increases and the light increases, then it just makes it easier for the rest to start making changes, even at an unconscious level, obviously, first. And it gosh, the what just came through was it's like as we make progress, then their magnificences are going, yay, okay.
Exactly
You know,
what
it's
happens.
like they can get through to their beings, their people
Yes.
easier. That's just kind of how it feels to me.
We're vacuuming up a lot of stuff.
There you go. Yeah.
So
Thank
true.
you, Sunny.
Sonny, what is happening is terminology is you're tripping them. Why go away from quantum magnificence? Where are we all one?
Oh, and quantum magnificence, definitely.
Exactly. So relate back to your quantum magnificence, and you're relating back to your oneness.
Indeed.
Yes.
As I go into this new workplace and work on eliminating the gap between my quantum magnificence and my Cindy self, that has an undeniable influence on the quantum magnificences that are unknown amongst all the other hospital employees I come into contact with. So that is the best tool that I can use to influence the other quantum magnificences out there that are largely unknown to the other bodies there that I'm influencing. So that's why I consider the strongest tool that I can take into my workplace is to minimize that gap between Cindy and Cindy's quantum magnificence. And as that's seen and known and recognized by other folks, that's where the proof of the pudding is for me in management. What I'm doing is bringing something positive into the lives of all the other folks out there.
Yes, you are.
Quantumizing the hospital.
Absolutely.
You know,
Exactly.
Nuno, I look at this too. And then I'm reminded of, what are we, 14.5 thousand super cycles, Peter?
Yeah.
And who's done this before? And it's so astounding that I get to see Peter, or I get to see Nuno, or I get to see Alex, all the names, all the people. And just to go out and breathe and know that this is like a nova, I like to say nova quantum earth, nova quantum beings. The magnificence are one, and we're all waking up and we're all discovering the brilliance and the radiance. And I like the words, you know, Peter knows I like the words, and yet Peter created a language that's English, and I get to use the words. So having that knowing is, and the number, thank you for the numbers too, Peter. It's so remarkable. You know, one of my sticks, if you know what a stick is, it's a little comedy routine. So I'm standing in the market next to somebody checking out the groceries. I'll look over, hi, do you like movies? Well, of course they're going to say yes. Have you ever seen the movie What the Bleep Do We Know? So what the bleep do we know? It's free on YouTube. It discusses quantum. It's just an entrance, if you will, to what we're discussing. And then I can look at somebody and say, have you ever heard of a golden heart? And they'll say no, because they've never heard of it. And I'll say, well, you got a golden heart. So I'm not going to discuss nobody. I'm not going to discuss no brainer. And yet there's a linkage.
Yes.
There's a linkage. Even with Christopher Columbus, there's a linkage that's so vast. And just to help someone, and it's helping me because I'm looking at myself. And sometimes that's part of the dialogue. This is just you asking for this information, and you just happen to know in your magnificence, I don't use that terminology, I know it to be true. Like Donna saying, it's Wendy saying, all of us saying, it's true. And then we're just standing looking at each other, and there's this an intimate of the most intimate moments of magnificence. Quantum magnificence knows it's looking at quantum singularity, and there's that spark in the eyeball, and you can feel it. I feel it, and I ask myself the same question, and that's just a little bit of what I do just to make myself feel better, really. So I can go through the mix. I'll go through the dryer. I make a joke. Well, I got tired of the dryer. I want to go in the refrigerator. It's, I make a joke for myself. And yet I'll comment. Yes, I know it's divine, Peter. And yet the steps we go through, a Maslow scale of psychology, a divine hierarchy of archangels. And here we are with quantum magnificence. And we're all going to go through these stages. Sometimes it's instant. And I'm just very grateful, thankful, whatever wording we want, to say thank you to Peter for enduring and staying with it.
Absolutely.
And yet Peter's following his magnificence, his quantum magnificence. There's no other way Peter's going to do it. And he's made the call. And here we are. And we're looking for the bigger picture too. And my feeling is we're so close. I've never felt closer.
Thank you. Me too.
Me too.
I feel great about it. Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Every day more.
All of us.
Thank you.
And yay for Peter with his 80th non-birthday this month.
Well, it's just around a holographic sun, so
There you go.
Okay.
Or is it? Hey, what about Peter? What about these stargates and all these alignments that are occurring that have never really occurred for us here on Earth?
They're separation.
So you see it as pre-quantum?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to be. They have to be.
Yay, quantum.
Oh,
Yay,
tools are
quantum.
tools.
Yes.
Thank you, Quantums. I'm going to
Thank
go
you.
open the museum now. I love you.
It's
Thank
time.
you, Jilly.
We love you,
Wonderful
Jilly.
Thank you,
to
Jelly.
all.
We love you,
Thank
Jelly.
you for everything.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Wonderful journey.
April 3rd.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. I have been talking to my daughter-in-law finally, so I had to find out what was going on. I love you all.
I
I'll watch.
love
Good.
you.
I'll
Yay,
watch.
thank you.
Bye.
It works.
Thank you.
It works, Peter. It really works.
Yep.
Yeah, it's working.
Yes. It was such a wonderful sharing, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yuri.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Peter. Thank you,
April
Deborah. Feel
3rd.
better.
Next month.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
We'll
In
see
the
you
Oh,
See you all.
next month,
3rd.
April 3rd.
April 3rd. Okay.
Same,
Thank you.
same place.
Yes.
Thank you,
Quantum,
Yuri.
the quantum
Thank
place.
you, everybody.